All right, what's up, Lemonheads? Producer FunGus here with my boy Xavi ex La Voz. What's up, Xavi? How's it going, man?
It's going fantastic.
Oh, I bet it is,
Fantastic.
bro. I bet it is. Before we get into the reasons why, let's just introduce the show right quick. This is the Evening Juice with Lemon City Live, season 8, episode number 9. Uh, just one short of the goat's number, bro. Just one short. Next week will today honestly today this is the goat show because we're gonna announce the goat, but next week is number 10. But let's just get right into it, bro. This is probably the biggest news we've ever had as South Florida sports fans, especially if you're a soccer fan. Messi is coming to Miami to play MLS soccer here at Inter Miami, bro. First, let me get your reaction.
I'm absolutely thrilled. I feel vindicated because I've been like 2 years telling people this
Mm-hmm.
could happen. This could happen. Even people that I play soccer with and friends and everywhere. And everybody thought, no, MLS, never. They can't pay, blah, blah. You explain
Yeah.
it to them. You tell them, look, they can make it happen. And these are the ways. And they've been talking to him for a while. They've been setting it up.
Mm-hmm.
They've been cultivating a relationship. This is real. There is a chance. Oh, no way, Barcelona. I even had like a few weeks ago, like a little Twitter thing back and forth before this game.
Yeah.
And I told them, guys, yes, he loves Barcelona. Yes, his heart is in Barcelona. I
Mm-hmm.
left my heart in Barcelona, but they don't have the moolah and so many other the financial fair play. All these things were they weren't letting it happen, and they didn't eventually let it happen. He didn't have the
Yeah.
guarantees. Miami had the money. Miami has the place, and an important wifey, Miss Antonella, likes to be here. And Saudi Arabia had a lot of money, but they just didn't want to go over there. So that's what's going on. I feel vindicated. I'm super super hyped. We're gonna get to see the GOAT, the best of all time. Even though he's gonna be 36 in a couple of weeks. It doesn't matter because his stats are still top notch. And now he's coming to our league where he should be, steps ahead anyway. He hasn't
Yeah.
lost. He hasn't lost the speed. He hasn't lost in 6 months because remember he just came from the World Cup with the world's elite
Yeah.
athletes, soccer players, football players, and he dominated there. He was the best in everything: goal scored, assist.
Mm-hmm.
And this was 6 months ago. 35
Yeah.
and whatever. He's 6 months removed from that. So people are talking like if he's finished. Oh, he's not finished. He still has some
Yeah.
juice. And Miami, this is not just the one move. They're gonna move a couple of things. Something
Mm-hmm.
already happened. I mean, they just released Victor Ulloa. And they're gonna make some moves, make some money.
Yeah.
Remember earlier they traded and got money coming in and moving around.
Mm-hmm.
They've been setting this up for a while, and I'll tell you here, watch out, Pizarro. Pizarro might be on his way out, man.
All right.
We'll see. That's that we're gonna
Honestly,
see.
he's never really fit in
He's never
with
really
the
been
club.
in. He's never really been
Yeah.
in. Um,
Unfortunately.
yeah, so there's a possibility that they buy him out and
Mm-hmm.
and, and use that DP spot and use for the
Yeah.
budget for the money. So that's he's been hurt and yeah, he's probably the next one. He's
Yeah.
probably the next one.
Oof. That's tough, man. That's tough. So yeah, man. And me, I've been a Barcelona fan since I was like 18 years old. When they first started showing La Liga in the States, my favorite player was
Say the truth. You've been
Ronaldinho.
a Messi fan when he started coming up. You were a Barcelona Messi guy. Are
No,
you
no, no.
still? Do you still
Honestly,
follow him like that?
do I still follow Messi?
No, Barcelona the same way like
Bro,
when
I
Messi was
went
there.
to I went to a Barcelona game in Camp Nou this year.
Oh, you're
So
the man. You're
there,
the
thank
man.
you. No, no, but the reason why I became a Barcelona fan was because of Ronaldinho, right? He was my favorite player. Remember those Joga Bonito Nike commercials?
You
Bro,
got
that
good
was my
taste, man.
shit.
That's
Yeah, man.
one of the best players of all time, and
Oh
one of
yeah,
the
man.
guys that brings you in just with a smile and his
Yeah.
and he's playing a street game and he's just loving
Mm-hmm.
it. And
Yes.
he's like all those Master Splinter paintings where they show Master Splinter, taking the little the little
Yeah.
turtles. Well,
Yeah.
he was Master Splinter, and one of the
Yeah.
turtles was Messi, and he
Mm-hmm.
brought him up. He brought him.
Yeah.
Messi loves him. He
Yeah.
loves him. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that
Yeah, man. So that's how I got into Barcelona, and then eventually, we see this kid Messi rising up out of the out of the school there, the Barcelona school, and
La
it's
Masia.
La Masia. Oh my God,
There-
that was just incredible. That whole generation of players was incredible. But the fact that
The stars
that
aligned. All the stars
yes,
aligned perfectly. It was
exactly.
destiny. It was meant to be. I'm a
Yeah.
Real Madrid fan. I've always
Mhm.
liked Real Madrid, but that period of dominance by Barcelona, I have never ever seen a team,
Mhm.
dominate when prime Messi, Xavi,
Yeah.
the great, they won all the trophies, all the games, and the way they did
Yeah.
it so beautifully and so dominantly,
Mhm.
and I enjoyed it. I'm not a trader. That's just I love art and I love beautiful soccer. I'm a
Yeah.
big Real Madrid fan and I always will be. But I enjoyed that period because that's something that we have never seen and we might not ever see again. Oh, look who it
That's right.
is.
Say, what's
Palacio de
up,
los
fellas?
Jugos.
Waiting for Messi to order a coco frio from Palacio de los Jugos.
I
Yeah,
told
man.
him, man, he's been around. And I put up the pictures. He got spotted at Pollo Tropical. He was in Hialeah playing dominoes. He's been all over the place already, man. Messi's making the
Yeah.
rounds. He's an ambassador. I was going to tell you something really quick.
Yes.
Ronaldinho, there was a visit with Kobe. Kobe Bryant was a big football fan. And
Yeah.
he was a friend of Ronaldinho, and they were having a
Because he lived in
conversation.
Italy.
Yes, and he was having a conversation with him, and Ronaldinho told him, "Wait till you see this guy. This is going to be the best player in history." He
Hmm.
told Kobe that. It's like, and he was
Yeah.
talking about Messi, and he was not wrong, right? He was
He
not
wasn't
wrong
wrong.
at all. And now
Yeah,
he's
man.
here.
Now
He's
he's here. It's
here.
incredible. Incredible. Here's my dad. He likes fritanga better.
Well, he's gonna go. He's gonna go all over. No, you know what?
He's gonna make all the stops. All the
He's
stops.
gonna make all stops, man. He's gonna eat bandeja paisa. He's gonna eat some
Yeah.
ceviche. Everybody, man. It's gonna be bring a platter for Messi Day. So everybody's gonna have to bring a platter to the stadium, and he's gonna take it home. So Antonella doesn't have to cook for like the next 2 years.
Oh, bro. When do you think was the last time Antonella cooked?
Probably
Come
like
on,
when she
bro.
was probably like when she was like 13,
Seriously.
like 13 over there in Argentina.
Seriously. Oh man. But yeah, man, it's an amazing day for sports. Not only like it's crazy because Messi by itself would have made it the greatest sports era in Miami, but the Heat are in the finals, the Panthers are in the finals, the Marlins are actually playing really good right now. It's
The
it's like
Dolphins are up and coming.
yes, the
The
Dolphins are really
Hurricanes football are up and coming. The Hurricanes basketball made it to the Final Four. Like
yeah. Even the
everybody,
Hurricanes women made it to the Elite Eight.
yeah. Everybody.
FAU made it to the Final Four. It's been crazy
South
in South
Florida, South
Florida
Florida is
this year.
kicking ass, and the rest of
Yeah.
the nation's eyes are on top of us. And
Hmm.
some love it, and others hate it. But it is what it is. It's our time
It
right now.
is. That's
It's our
right.
time right now.
That's right. But let's get back to Messi.
The
So, like
reason
you
we're
said,
here.
yes, like you said, you've been talking about this for a couple of years already. It's been out there and and making the rounds. I think after or during the World Cup was when we got an actual, somebody who confirmed that I forget who the journalist was, but this guy went out and he said, he put his name on the line saying that this is a done deal. It's going to happen. It didn't happen back then, but
Edwin always says that it was from the UK. I forgot
yes,
the publication, but they put it and
yeah,
they put it way ahead.
yeah.
So I don't know, if they knew because the way it played out,
Hmm.
it looked like he wanted to go to Barcelona. It
I
just
think
didn't
it
work out.
was. I think it
Didn't
was
work
a
out.
done deal until Barcelona came into the picture. Because when that story came out, Barcelona was not yet in the picture because
The
they
old
didn't know
girlfriend,
if they would be able to.
right?
Right? But then after that, I would say like weeks after that, Barcelona came up with a plan, and and now recently they presented it to Messi. Now reports are, I think Messi even said this himself, he would have gone to Barcelona if they would have had something solidified today. But all Barcelona had was a plan
Maybes,
of
maybes,
maybes. Exactly.
maybes,
Like
and
here's our plan. Let's
it
see if
could
it works
happen.
out.
He didn't
Exactly.
want to. He was once bitten, twice shy. He didn't want the same
Yes.
thing to happen to him. He was not gonna wait, and at the end they say we can't register you, and he had to go. He
Yeah.
was not gonna let that happen to him twice,
Mm-hmm.
even though, and that's the old girlfriend coming back. You love her, but you guys
Yeah.
broke up, and you know she's trouble. She's coming back in, but she's only gonna bring you some trouble. It's not happening.
Yeah.
That's what they said. You know, I love you. I will always love you,
Mm-hmm.
but I got to move on. I got to move on. And he's moving on to Miami. He's moving on to some cafecito, croquetas, sandwich cubano, whatever you want to talk about. Is going to be here. All those asados, he's going to do some in his house, but he's going to eat all the other stuff that we eat down here. And
Yeah.
and it's amazing. It's bigger than just MLS. This is the biggest star in the planet. And there was the
Yeah.
comparison. They were talking about Instagram followers.
Mm-hmm.
Saw somewhere it was LeBron James, John Moran, blah, blah. They mentioned like 10 superstars, right? And
Yeah.
he's got more followers combined than all of them. Than all
Yeah,
of them.
man.
So
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand, and they will start to understand now. And this is the greatest thing that Messi will do is open more eyes. Because
Yeah.
I compare this to when Pele came in the 70s. They
Mm-hmm.
brought him. This was planned. This and
Yeah.
Messi is planned too. This is part two of the
Of
master
course. No.
phase. You
Part
know,
three actually, because Beckham was the part two.
right? You're right. You're right. You're
Mm-hmm.
right. You're right. And Beckham set the groundwork for this contract and for
Yeah.
what's happening now for
Yeah.
Messi. But Pele came in, the El Rey, the king, and he opened some eyes, but
Yeah.
people are still kind of sleepy. You know, Beckham came and
Yeah.
the league took a little boost, and the league is pretty a good place right now.
Yeah.
But it's
But you
about
know what? I think you don't get young Americans interested in soccer back in the 80s if it wasn't for watching Pelé in the 70s. You know what I mean?
of course.
And all those guys are the guys that ended up being on the 90s US men's national team, which, and that snowballed into MLS.
The iconic players, yeah, the iconic
Exactly.
players.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
yeah, Pele was the OG when it came to soccer in the United States. You don't have MLS without NASL Pele. You know what I mean? And now all that then Beckham is what made MLS expand into an international brand, and that's how we're getting Messi here now. So you're
and
seeing
now
the
it's just
steps.
global. Now it's global, and I
Yeah.
think Apple TV is signing a deal on Mars and like the aliens because lately there's been UFO sightings and all that stuff, and
Yes.
it's really they're trying to connect. They're trying to get
Uh-huh.
the streaming service and stuff because this is going everywhere. This is going everywhere.
Yeah, man.
I don't know who I was talking to. Somebody was people are saying, oh, he's old and. Messi what is Messi going to do? He's going to have a pink shirt. There's going to be a pink shirt on every continent in this
Yep.
planet.
Yeah.
On each continent, at least one person, and a lot more.
Even Antarctica, there's gonna be penguins
Oh,
wearing that shit.
yes,
Man.
I already saw on social media some guy wearing like a Messi, Messi 10. Some pirates. This pirate stuff's already going on. You believe
That's
that?
crazy.
The underground
crazy.
business, the money's gonna flow everywhere.
Yeah.
Underground, above
Mhm.
ground, everywhere. The money's gonna flow everywhere.
Now, speaking of money,
The Messi effect.
let's talk about what Messi's actually getting, right? Because
Well, we believe
he
because we
did.
don't have the exact details, but it's pretty good. Like it's pretty good what they're
Yeah.
telling.
Well,
It's
he
pretty
did.
accurate.
He turned down 1.2 billion from Saudi Arabia for 2 years. So that
Short
that would have
term.
made him a billionaire. That's what his father wanted, but that's not what Messi and Antonella wanted for them and their family.
His father's not the one that's gonna have to go play over there or live there.
Exactly.
So I think honestly, I think
Mhm.
he did the right thing because
Yeah.
why? The money short term. If it was about the money, and he said if it was about the money, he would have gone to Saudi Arabia short
Uh-huh.
term right now. But the
Yes.
package that the Inter Miami, MLS, the league, and everybody involved, Messi effect is worse than inflation.
There you go.
Everyone involved makes that long term a bigger deal. It's going to be
Yeah.
bigger than that because evaluation. He's going to get percentage. He's going to get some team, stock. He's going to get some percentage on the team. That's going to evaluate once
Yeah.
it's going up now right now. And
Yeah.
once that stadium is built, this is gonna be like the Cowboys. We're gonna be the Cowboys of
Uh-huh.
MLS in regards to not as suck as they are, but in regards to just the name, America's
Yeah.
team. This is gonna be Americas, but not America, United States is America, North America, Central America, South America. is
Yeah.
this is America's team for real.
Yeah,
And
man.
money from Apple TV. He's gonna get
Hmm.
percentage Apple TV. He's gonna get a percentage of jersey sales directly from Adidas.
Yep.
You
Now,
know, he's
what I'm wondering is if is it going to be his jersey sales or all jersey Adidas sales
I
that he's
would
getting a
imagine
percentage
I
of?
would imagine specifically to
So,
him.
mhm.
Yeah, and in the Apple deal is everything above what the status quo is right now, right?
Yeah.
The boom that's going to come after.
Yes.
Not everything before. That's what's going to work. But it's just
Hmm.
the money, the right, and they also said that he's going to have a right to get a team, just like Beckham did.
Hmm.
So I don't know what the details are in that, but if he gets like a good
But now,
deal,
is he is he getting equity in Inter Miami?
that's what
Because if
we've
he
always
is, then
talked
that's
about. That's what we've always talked about.
yeah.
So once those factual details come out,
Hmm.
they will know. But that's what's always been said. Stock in Miami, and you know what? It's a win-win really because he's there. The value is going to go up. When you have a Messi on your team,
Yeah.
people are going to want to come here as an owner. You
Hmm.
know, some up and coming kid that he's thinking he doesn't know. Hey, oh, it's Messi. What? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
there. You imagine that call. You get that
That's
call.
crazy.
Now, imagine the kids now in the academy, and even the kids like Cromashi,
Hmm.
young 18-year-old Argentine. Everybody loves Messi, right, in Argentina,
Yeah,
and
bro.
now he's gonna have him in the locker room. He's gonna be the Rodrigo de Paul of this team because he has to be Messi's bodyguard. I heard Flanagan's offer.
There you go.
Everybody's getting ownership. I'm giving him a
Yeah,
stock in
bro.
my house, 15% of my house, whatever he needs, man. Just you the man, Messi. You the man.
They're gonna do Messi Mondays at
Oh,
Flanagan's.
I like that name, Messi. And so what is it? Is that gonna be like the nachos, like with everything on top, and some
Yeah,
wings kicked in with pictures? What that's
bro, everything.
dude, we need to talk. We need to
Yeah,
talk to
goat
Flanagan
something with goat cheese.
for sure. For sure, something that yeah, you
Yeah,
got it. You
man,
always come
goat
up with some good
cheese.
stuff, but we never market
Yeah,
it, so we're screwed.
yeah,
No, pero bueno, Messi, if he was gonna stay in Europe, he said
hmm,
only Barcelona, and that didn't
yeah.
work out. That didn't work out.
Yeah, they don't work out.
So I don't know
But
how.
it's interesting that if Barcelona would have been able to register him today, that's where he would be.
Of course, of course,
You know,
and we
so
knew that, and we knew
yeah,
that.
so it's interesting to see how fragile all of this really was for everybody involved. You know,
Absolutely, and it came
yeah,
down
man,
to a family
a
decision,
family
right?
decision. Yeah.
At this point in his career, at this point, he's a made
Mhm.
man. He's a made man.
Oh
He can
yeah.
do whatever he wants.
Hmm.
And he said, you
And
know what? Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
as far as the Saudi money, he's already getting Saudi money from the sponsorship that he's doing over there for the next for their World Cup bid.
Yeah, no, he's getting paid. He's got money
So
coming out. Yes.
it's not like he's not getting Saudi money. He's getting it already.
Yeah, no, and he wanted, a place where he can kind of relax a little bit and
Hmm.
relax, meaning as a person, like unwind, have his family, be
Yeah,
closer,
and
because I
it was a well known report that he was not very comfortable in Paris, just living in Paris.
Mito,
So
you're getting booed.
imagine how much more uncomfortable he would have been in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
So
Yeah, you know what it is to boo a guy like that, to boo
mhm.
him in
No, not
front of.
even yeah. Not I'm not talking about the comfort playing for
No, in
PSG.
general, yeah.
I'm
Well,
just
it's,
talking
it's it's
about
not the same.
living in Paris. Like he wasn't really about that living in Paris life.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
Aside from how the fans treated him, living in Paris for him was uncomfortable. He didn't he culturally, I guess. He's a very particular guy. So for him, it was Barcelona, Miami, or he's going back to Argentina. I guess I don't know. So but yeah, man.
And it's
I don't think Saudi Arabia was I think he listened to Saudi Arabia just to sort of make the other pots sweeter,
of course
you know.
the
But
businessman.
I don't think they were ever really in contention.
money's always in contention, but it was like the final. It was like the final. Just that last chip. It's
Mhm.
plan A, B, C, and that was like maybe D. It was there. The money was beautiful, but like you said, he's already getting money from there.
Yeah,
And once he leaves here, he still has ambassador, and who knows what can happen after. Hopefully,
yeah.
he ends his career here. That would be fantastic.
Hmm.
The team, the franchise where he ended
Yeah.
his days, and
And
hopefully he
look,
ends it
and
with a couple of titles.
what's great is that he's gonna be here in Miami. We've got Copa America coming up, which is gonna be played in the States, right? And
Yeah,
then the World Cup after that, obviously, is gonna be played in the States. So I think he's, I don't know, man. This is like how you said, stars are aligning for
this
for
was
Messi
planned.
to just,
It was part
of
of the plan.
course,
It was part of the plan. I mean, it
of
was part of the
course.
plan. It's part of the appeal to him,
Hmm.
and yeah, it was the right time, the right moment.
Hmm.
That's how things work out. And the only one that wasn't in the right time, the right moment, is our boy Phil the Cat. He's gone 6 days. 6 days after he's gone, if they would have waited 6 more days, Phil would be coaching the goal. Well, he probably would have been let go. That would have been worse, right?
Yes.
Better be let go 6 days ago than hey, we
Yeah.
got Messi, but you're gone. Tata, come here.
Yeah.
Tata, come here.
Honestly, I think he was let go because they already knew that it was going to happen. Probably. Yeah. I think if Messi would have told them, a few days ago, hey, listen, I'm Barcelona is able to register me, so I'm going to sign with them. Maybe they don't let go of Phil Neville.
Yeah. When we
You
had
know.
the press conference with when they presented Javier Morales,
Hmm.
when Henderson was speaking before Morales, when Henderson was speaking, I asked him. I said, "Hey, you say you're ambitious. There's big expectations in the club. It's ambitious. You want to win. You want
Hmm.
to. At what point are you guys going after an experienced, proven coach,
Yeah.
right? And like he kind of how they do the Bob
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so, but that was a question. But I knew and I knew that they're working on that. They were
Hmm.
working on that. They were
Of
just,
course.
and that's why I always said I always thought Phil would be here to get them through, usher them through
Hmm.
the sanctions, and then the thank you, and thanks, peace. You got us through. We appreciate it. Bye.
Yeah.
But it happened a lot sooner. Obviously, they didn't expect all these the losses and how horrible the season has been, and like
Yeah.
how things have worked out, and him leaving. This is happening, and it's beautiful. Everything's working. All the pieces are falling into place on the dominoes. The first one, and they're all falling into place, one by one, beautifully.
Yeah, man. So if not Tata Martino, then maybe after this Saturday when Man City wins the Champions League, Pep will walk away and come coach Inter Miami.
Well, if that happens, then you're gonna leave the Mas brothers with no team or no stadium because the way you got to pay these guys. No, but
Oh
but
yeah,
but
no.
but there's another guy. I'm just gonna throw the name out there, but I haven't heard
Hmm.
anything about. But it's Gareca, Ricardo Gareca. He was a coach for Peru, very very
Hmm.
good coach. Argentinian also,
Yeah, yeah.
excellent coach. He's available.
Great hair
Um,
too.
and yeah, he's a little flashy. He's a little flashy too, a little bit. There are options, but Tata's been tied to this particular franchise. He's coached Messi, right,
Yeah.
twice. He coached in Barcelona, he coached in the national team, and
Hmm.
he's coached Joseph Martinez.
That's true.
So he
That's a. I
has
didn't even think about that.
he
I
has
knew.
a
I like
relationship. He has a
exactly.
relationship. That's why I'm ex La Voz. I'm just kidding. He has a relationship with these guys, and that could be a key element in him
Yeah.
being the front runner for the franchise. And I would
Yeah.
love that to happen. I
That
think
makes the most sense, honestly. There's no other guy that makes as much sense
his
as
name has
Tata
been out there.
Martino.
His name has been out there and
Of
circling,
course.
and he's been known to say that he would welcome a return, dude.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm coming back. What? Oh, I got the goat. What
Yeah.
in Miami? In Miami,
Hmm.
Joseph the goat. Everybody's he's gonna be coming in, and everybody's at like an all time high. Like
Oh yeah.
everybody's in love, and let's do it, let's do it. And then you're coming in at a moment where the season's the first half is winding down.
Yeah.
and you have like a clean slate to start to make that run. You can come
Yes.
in for the U.S. Open, right? You
I
can walk
was
in
about
and
to
be,
say
you can walk
they're
in and win a title just walking
yes.
in.
I was about to say that, man. Like they're still they're in the final four. They're in the semifinals for
They're in
US Open Cup.
contention. They're in contention. They're in
That's
contention.
incredible. And the
And
next
things
game
are
isn't until the end of August.
yes,
So that
and things
gives
are
them
a
plenty
tough
of
game,
time.
tough game, tough game. But things are popping
Yeah.
into place. Also, it's like all these things are falling into place. The man comes in, and he comes in,
Hmm.
and we're talking Messi, but we're not even talking about what he's bringing because Busquets has. It's not Messi, Busquets, and Tata Martino. Good chance on Di Maria. That's what they've been
Yeah.
talking about. Di
And
Maria. It seems
Suarez
that
too. They're talking
well,
Suarez too.
I don't think they can fit all of them, but
We'll see.
What they mentioned with Suarez is he has a clause in his contract that he's triggered where that he can get out of that
Hmm.
Gremio contract. So they said that it's been triggered. That's what we're
Mm.
hearing. So that's where you put his name into it.
Yeah.
Now, Di Maria is still high profile, and he clearly wants to stay there. So
Yeah.
for them to bring him here, it might cost. It might be out of the range.
Hmm.
Suarez is more manageable. Is more manageable.
Yeah.
But how would that work? You have Campana, you have Joseph.
Yeah.
If you get Suarez, so who knows what? But it's a lot of games. They're gonna play League Cup. There's so many games, and we have
Mhm.
so many injuries, right? Like
Yeah,
the
man.
team, the Inter Miami has had so many injuries, so you can never have enough goal scorers.
That's
You can
true.
never have enough goal scorers, the money players. But like I was saying, Busquets, it's not a coincidence that before the season began, there's a certain number, a one and a zero, that was not assigned. There's not a
Hmm.
coincidence that a certain number, five, was not assigned. Messi wears what? The 10.
Yep.
Who wears the five? The greatest five my eyes have ever
Hmm.
seen
Yeah.
is Busquets.
Busquets.
And I've seen a lot, and I was a big fan
Yeah.
of Redondo from Real Madrid. I think elegant, lefty, beautiful. But Busquets is something else, right? In his prime, I never seen someone so big touch the ball, move the ball,
Yeah,
control
man.
like he did. So
He's
elegant,
like he's like Kevin Durant. He's tall and lanky, but
only better and with big. Because Durant sometimes is a little bit softy,
yeah, exactly.
sometimes a little softy. But you mentioned it exactly because
Hmm.
Durant is like for as big as he is, he's elegant and
Yeah.
skilled like
Hmm.
beyond and it just money. And
Exactly.
that's what you're getting. Busquets a little bit older, he's a little bit slower, but what you get is just someone that just calms. What's the issue with Miami? That midfield pivot, the defense is a little bit. You're gonna get a
Yeah.
guy that's gonna walk in here. It's just a brain, a
Hmm.
maestro right there in the middle, and
Yeah.
that influence that radiates that comes out and
Hmm.
it's contagious with the other guys because Miami's not bad. I felt for Phil a few times because they lost some games where you're like, how did they lose this game, right? And
Yeah.
then they lost some games that they just look like shit. But most of the games they were in contention and they sometimes they attacked more. They had balls, to go in and
Hmm.
they never went in.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it goes. Busquets, you add a Busquets, you add a Messi. Damn, that changes the whole team, dude. That
That's
changes the
that's
whole.
incredible. And you gotta imagine, Campana. He's a goal scorer. Messi will put the ball in the perfect place for him to score more goals. So that he's gonna affect everyone else on that team. Everyone else is gonna play better.
And as he just turned 22, right?
Yeah.
We all look at him, Campapi, the big stud, the good-looking model
Hmm.
guy, blah blah blah. With his beard, he looks like he's like 30 years old. Dude. He
Yeah.
just turned 20. He just turned 22 recently, right?
Hmm.
So he's still a kid. He
Yeah.
came back. He missed the first 6 games from injury. He should be in a better flow. He's been a
Yeah.
little low, little down the last couple games. Who knows why?
Hmm.
But when you get a guy that can put the ball right there. I remember the old days of Fusion. That's how old I am. Pibe
Yeah.
Valderrama,
Yes.
Roy Lassiter, Ariel Lassiter's dad
Hmm.
was goal scorer. He scored like an animal. What happens? Valderrama would just go like that. Here you go. Get
Yeah.
Ate famoso. Here you go. Become famous. Here you go. Here you go.
Yeah.
Now imagine Messi going like this to you. Toma, bobo.
Oh
Toma,
yeah.
bobo. And then a couple free kicks here and there. Hey, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait, dude. Like everybody else. The inflation rate though, right? The prices have gone skyrocketed out of control. Skyrocketed out of control. If you invested, also I'm wondering what happened to our Brazilian duo Gregory and Moto. Uh, they're injured, man. One of the moves that they're gonna might have to do is buy down Gregory to open that DP spot, and then the other thing, that's what I was saying, Pizarro, they might have to buy
Yeah.
him out. You know, they might
Yeah.
have to buy him out. He makes $3 million, bro. He makes over $3 million.
Wow.
It's Joseph 4 mil, and this guy makes 3 mil, and that's 7 million that the team is not getting that money's worth right now. To be honest with you,
No.
they're really not. So
Those are a couple of games where we thought Martinez figured it out, but you know,
but
he
to
crashed
be
back
honest,
down.
to be honest, you have to imagine if Pozuelo was here. We're just talking Pozuelo. Like, I
Yeah.
think Martinez would be better off. I think Campana would be better off. So now we're getting the GOAT, and they're definitely going to
Yeah.
be better off.
For
So
sure.
let's replay
Yeah.
and
No,
let's see if we start fresh.
This resets expectations.
Reset. That's it. That's it
Yeah.
right there. It's a reset.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the bottom, started at
Yeah.
the bottom, but now we're here. Let's see, if the magical Messi, that magical Messi effect can help the team come up. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna have to happen on the pitch, right? It's gonna
Yeah.
have to happen there. It's not just I show up and no, it's gonna have to happen there. And he's always proven to be, fantastic.
Yeah.
He's
So when do you think we will get our first look at Messi in an Inter Miami jersey?
they've always been out talking about in the league against what's the team that they're gonna play? Is it Cruz Azul in the Leagues
Yeah.
Cup?
Yeah.
So they're saying, people are saying that would be the game for him to come in, right? Because it's after July 5th that he would be eligible to play, and they're saying,
but would
that
he start right
match.
away? He's not going to get a summer off.
I don't think so. I don't think so. We haven't heard anything about that, but I don't see why, because he needs to be playing. Because remember, we're gonna get La Copa, and he needs to play. He needs to play. Maybe he doesn't come in and do 90 right away. I don't know how that's gonna play out. But he needs to play. So I wouldn't figure that he's gonna take time off. But that's the date for that game, is I believe it's July 21st. That's the date that they're looking at, and all the other teams are already buying out the tickets from MLS. All the tickets when Messi's coming, and even some, I forgot which team. I think it was DC United or something. July 8th, I think is. I don't know. This is off the top of my head. They were saying that like they're selling out, but he's not even scheduled to be for that game. Imagine if he is, though, because he'll be eligible after the 5th. But he's not scheduled to be there. Like the plans are not apparently for him to be that game. It's supposed to be July 21st to give him a little time to acclimate and train and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But imagine if he does. Those people just bought a lottery ticket.
Oh yeah. Well, but maybe he'll be there. Just he won't play.
He won't play. Possibility.
Yeah. That's insane, man. So, all right, man.
Look at this. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
That the Inter Miami is last in expected goals in the MLS. It's last in shots. It's last in chances created. It's last in touches in opponent's box, inside the box. So I'm going to read that once again. Inter Miami is last in the league in expected goals. Last in the league in shots on goal. Last in the league in chances created. Last in the league in touches in the opponent's box. All things that the goal is fantastic at.
Yeah.
Can one man, they say no man is an island, but can one man change all this? The team is in last place. He's coming into a team that's in last place. He's coming into a team that's in last in the basic important offensive categories.
Yeah.
If he comes in and just raises these things, there's no doubt he's fantastic. There's no doubt of his greatness. But even if it's MLS level, if this guy comes in and the team turns all that around, like, wow. It's 11 on 11. It's an 11 on 11. It's a team game. But when you have the 10, when you have the goal, that changes the whole team, man.
Yeah.
That changes. I think with Messi, Drake is not going to have to be super Drake calendar every single game. Because Drake right now, make no mistake, the MVP of this team, the best player on this team right now is Drake Callender.
Oh, for sure.
without a doubt. I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna argue with anybody on that. They're not gonna change my mind, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to change anybody's mind. I'm just saying my opinion, and I think I'm backed by the stats, and I'm backed by the eye test. That you watch the games, you say,
Hmm.
"Damn, that goal is good."
He's the
Damn,
reason why their goal differential is not worse than what it is.
he's the reason that they even have 5 wins because I imagine Miami
Yeah.
like 0-20 or whatever. It's like because in this last game, even in the last game in
Hmm.
the Copa with against the Legion, Birmingham Legion, he
Yeah.
had to block a Campana own goal.
Oh
Campana was
my
came back.
God.
Campana came back to defend. He stuck out. And I'm not blaming Campana because I always
Yeah.
play defense, right? And you're a defender. At some point in your career, you're going to score a goal
Yeah.
or a couple of them,
And on
and
goal. Yeah.
it always happens that way. The ball's coming crossed in, you're trying to streak your leg out so the
Hmm.
person behind you doesn't get it, and it goes towards the goal, dude.
Yeah.
And it was going into the goal, and what happened? My guy just goes boom. Hey, I got you covered, bro.
Yeah.
I know we suck, but I got you. And and knocks it out. It's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, Drake Callender, but that's why he's been hurt, man. He's been
Hmm.
overworked. He hasn't had any rest. He hasn't really
Yeah.
rested, and he's been busting ass.
And not
Well,
only that, he's been putting in work here in Miami. He's also getting U.S. men's national team call ups for camps and stuff like that. So he's really working hard.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
only so much. He's a young guy, but there's only
Yeah.
so much the body can take.
Yeah. Of course.
Um, one thing in this game, I was looking at the highlights, and Miami got maybe like the Messi effect is already started. They got like a call, a very
Hmm.
favorable call when there was a clear penalty on Kristaps inside the
Oh yeah.
box early in the game. Clear penalty. He
Damn.
he does the little
Yeah.
veteran move
Yeah.
like, oh, I didn't see you, whatever, and the whole stadium, everybody
Hmm.
watching the game saw that. Everybody knows it's a handball, and the
Damn.
referee was like, corner.
No.
We're like, yeah. You know what? We finally got a break. And when I say we, I
Yeah.
mean Inter Miami. Let me not be, because I'm not a fan. No. I'm a, I'm a journalist. Inter Miami caught a break. That's the Messi
Yeah.
effect. Dude, we're already getting breaks. We're already, we're already
Hmm.
getting breaks. Because if that goal would have been a penalty,
Yeah.
Super Drake could have blocked it. We know, but most often, those things are scored, and it wasn't called. The game continues. Everything, it starts. Miami starts to get a little bit more control of possession, and then eventually they score the goal. All these games have been tight, right? All USL
Yeah.
championship teams, and people. I think people don't realize. Oh, it's a second. The difference is very small. They have players
Hmm.
that have had MLS experience on that team too,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
For sure.
We even
Hmm.
had Agudelo who played for Inter Miami.
Juan
He was on
Agudelo,
the
the Colombian guy.
yes, sir. He was on Birmingham.
He plays for
Um,
Birmingham now.
yeah, he was there.
Damn, man, that's a kind of a fall from grace, no?
Oh man, what can I tell you, dude? Some of these guys, they make it, but I don't know
Hmm.
if the career path, if they're being mentored, if they're being guided,
Yeah.
if they really know the opportunity that they get. And sometimes you just get a bad break because there are some
Yeah.
guys in the league that are good enough and never really got a chance either.
Mhm.
So but whatever the reason, the guy's had a great career. He was
Yeah.
on the national team. Agudelo
Yeah.
was on
Yeah.
the men's national team.
I
So
remember
he's
that.
he's had a great career. So
Yeah.
maybe he's playing his last days or whatever the reason
Yeah.
is, but he's had a very good career. So and he was a Inter Miami
Yeah.
guy, one of the originals, like way back in the day.
Yeah. I was actually excited when he came to the squad when he was announced that he was going to play for Inter Miami. But yeah, I guess it didn't work out for him.
It was underwhelming, but isn't
Yeah.
that the story with Inter Miami so far? So
It is.
far, they
Yeah.
bring in and hopefully this doesn't continue with Messi and whoever they're going to bring in, but they
No,
bring in some big
Messi's
players
a curse breaker, man.
with big expectations. No, that's the goat.
Yeah.
The goat cheese cuts everything. He they bring in people with big expectations for them,
Hmm.
and then they underperform here. But that I don't know
Yeah.
if it's the Miami effect. Maybe they go to El Palacio de los Jugos. Maybe they hang out too late in Versailles. Maybe they go to the booby shop. I don't know. But it
Booby
doesn't.
trap.
But it doesn't. Have you seen the meme with Messi outside booby trap? People no
Yeah.
respect them. People
Booby
in
trapped
Miami,
around.
no, they don't respect, dude. No respetan. No respetan.
Oh
I
my
hope
god.
Antonella doesn't see that. Though. She's gonna say, "Yeah, we should have gone to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
These
That
people
this
out
kind of
here
stuff
holding
doesn't exist
mucho.
over there.
These people holding demasiado." But where are we? We're at where the I wrote in one of the tweets. I
Hmm.
put Inter Miami's about to become the center of the soccer or the football universe. And somebody said, no, that's not true. They're going to be relevant. No, they are the center of the football universe right now.
Hmm.
Right now,
Yeah.
all eyes are
Every
on
single
Miami.
every single soccer media thing is talking about Messi to Miami.
Even the
So
sports, the
yeah,
local sports that they put like 10 seconds of Inter Miami,
yeah,
top story, breaking
yeah,
story, coming out, the writing, everybody's on top. Now, man, I hope they take care of me over there in the press box too, because now there's not gonna be any
yeah.
space. We're gonna be like this. We're gonna be like this.
Yep.
So welcome on the train. Now let's see. I'm
Uh-huh.
hyped up, dude. I'm hyped up to see. Yeah, it's you're gonna see greatness like right there because I didn't get to see Pelé right there. I did not get
Yeah.
to see Maradona right there. I've seen
Hmm.
Messi when he's come other times, but I
Yeah.
didn't see him when he was age 16 to about 24, 25, like the peak Messi,
Yeah.
the Messi that came in and completely changed
Hmm.
everything in soccer. His
Yeah.
numbers are like if you're playing FIFA numbers. It's like
Oh, that's true.
it's
Bro, 90 goals in one calendar year. That's what is that, bro? That's disgusting.
he's not human. They're gonna
Yeah.
do a DNA test on him. They're gonna find out he's one of those Martian babies or something. He's not human, dude.
Yeah.
It's fantastic and how he makes it happen because the last few years they criticized him before he won the Copa America, before he won the World
Hmm.
Cup. People were on his ass. He was not
Yeah.
about to play. He was not going to play again for the Argentinian national team. They were calling
Yeah.
him Pecho Frio and a lot
Hmm.
of it got ugly for him,
Yeah.
and he didn't deserve it in
No.
my eyes. He didn't perform up to where he should have. I think,
Hmm.
but he put it
Yeah.
together. I mean, he's put it together. He's more
Hmm.
vocal. He went to the World Cup. I just said that he went to the World Cup and just dominated at age
Yeah, man.
35. At age 35, he
Yep.
went and dominated the world's elite soccer
Hmm.
players and just outclassed everyone. He led in
Yeah.
assists. He
Hmm.
led in goal score, like any
Yeah, man.
category you want.
Mbappe
Successful
Mbappe
dribble.
led in goal scoring, but
In the
but
last
that
one,
came
oh,
down to the
after,
final.
yeah.
Yeah, this last one, Mbappe led in goal
Were they
scoring
tied or he went
by
over
one
him?
goal.
Oh, in the last three.
They were tied going into the final, and then
So
Mbappe
and
scored
Mbappe
three,
made
and
the
Messi
last
scored
three.
two.
Mm.
So that's what gave it
Well,
to Mbappe.
he
But
then
still,
he
you
led
know what I
like his
mean?
team. He led his team, but like yeah, no,
Yeah,
he dominated completely that tournament. He
yeah,
dominated
no,
that
of
comp.
course. Yo,
How
if
many
you're the second,
how many
he
assists
was
Mbappe made?
exactly. That's if you're the second goal scorer and the lead assister, you're head and shoulders above everyone else.
No, no, not just that. He's 35. Mbappe is what,
Yeah,
22?
exactly.
He's 22.
Yeah,
He's in his
yeah,
prime. He's
yeah.
22. 22, right? Because
Hmm.
he's really young too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's another Real Madrid target there because they got
Oh yeah, man.
Bellingham, but he's a target. He might head out too.
He should, bro. PSG is a dumpster fire.
But why do you think, man? Because they
I
have
don't know,
the
man.
facilities, they have the cash, and it's just they go there and it just doesn't work out. You think, they had
They have no culture. They don't have a culture, bro. Every great team has a culture.
but who
You know
builds
what I
it?
mean?
Who builds it? Because we talk about heat culture, but we
Oh
talk about
man,
that, and we know to me it started with Pat Riley.
of
So
course.
does it come from the administration up? Does it come from administration or
I don't know,
what?
man. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it can come from the coaching. It can come from former players. Look, Man City, for example. They don't have a super traditional history. You know what I
No,
mean?
but
Like
they
they
got the
got
players and the
they
coach.
got money, semi recently, and they started buying players, and but then they brought in Pep,
This
and
is a
Pep's been
live.
building for the last few years.
This is a live stream, so I'm gonna have a moment. Can I get the charger? My computer. It's a live moment here. But oh man, Pep, you have to
But
you have
then,
to have the I think
yeah,
it's the administration, no?
yeah,
There has to be leaders at every level of the organization, and then
hmm,
you have to have that leader on the pitch. But it
yeah,
starts from the administration because
of course.
they have to set the boundaries. And remember, here LeBron came here. LeBron is, we can say, the
Hmm.
equivalent of Messi as a basketball player, but he wanted to get rid of Spoelstra at one
Yeah,
point, and the Godfather, Harry
yeah,
told him, that ain't
nope,
happening, kid.
yeah,
That's not happening here. And
yeah,
they set the tone and set the culture.
hmm.
I don't know what PSG has, what their issue is, but I want to
I
know
mean,
if Miami has a culture.
their ownership is the Qataris.
Yeah, but
So, but
Miami has Chris Henderson. He's a proven guy in the MLS, right?
yeah,
He's done his job, and I think he's done a fairly good job uh, while he's here, given all the
hmm,
restrictions and sanctions. I think they've had a competitive. I thought that they had a very competitive roster this
hmm,
season. I thought they were better. The injuries have hurt, right? The injuries hurt,
yeah,
but I thought it was a deep roster, and things could have been better. And I think they would have been better. They just maybe the coaching change should have been sooner. Maybe,
maybe. And look,
eh,
hey,
hindsight is
let's,
2020.
before the Heat got LeBron, right? I think a couple seasons before that, they were like in last place because Dwayne Wade was also injured, so he wasn't playing. And that's how we got, ¿cómo se llama? Michael Beasley. Remember, we got him the second pick
Oh man,
the
and
season
with that,
before we got Michael Beasley.
everybody thought we had the gem of the gems, like that was the man,
Hey
and
man,
look at
that guy,
he balled. No,
he's a
he
good
balled.
player.
It was just a lot of other things that
Yeah,
didn't let him fulfill his potential. No,
yeah,
he was one of the guys that he was, scorer,
hmm,
rebounder, assist. Like, guy had
yeah,
a game. He had a
yeah.
game. It's just it didn't work out for him. It's a
Yeah.
shame. He's very talented.
Yeah, but fortunately for Miami, they were able to put everything together and get LeBron and Chris Bosh and D Wade, whatever. And this is like we're gonna have an Inter Miami big three now.
That's what I was going to tell you. That I always, one of the reasons I always had faith was because I went back. I remember the days before the rumors that was going to happen, that it
Hmm.
was being set up, and it was the same negativity.
Yeah,
Bullshit, that's not going to happen again. And dude, you had Pat Riley, and Pat I trust.
yeah,
The Godfather. I said, if anybody can make it happen, Pat Riley can make it happen. And if there's rumors coming from that's going to happen, man, I was hyped. I said LeBron, and when it happened, yes,
yeah,
big thing with this. I said,
yeah.
man, I'm going back to that time. Henderson's there, the Moss. You have to give those guys credit. They
Of
stepped
course.
in, they
Yeah.
stepped up, they put their money where their mouth is. They're
Hmm.
doing everything possible as owners of this team to get this team to the top. Not
Yeah.
just MLS. They want to make a Inter Miami brand, to make it
Hmm.
worldwide. And this is a start. It's a start. Now we have to see
Yeah.
how it works out. This is just a start, and it's a big hype machine, and it's pushing. But now the project has to work. Now the
Of
project has to
course.
work. It
Not
has to
only that, now
transfer
they
on
have to
the
start
field.
building that stadium.
Exactly. It has to transfer on the field, and it has to go to that stadium, and everything around the project of that stadium has to be perfect.
Yeah.
And then
And
this
they
team
don't
will
have
come
they don't have
together.
a lot of time to build that. I mean, how many years did they sign Messi for?
No,
Are they gonna build that stadium in
I
one
don't. I
year?
don't. No, I don't think that. But we talked about what the option would be. Let me
Hmm.
connect. But we talked about what the option would be for this, right? We already talked about it in previous shows, and we mentioned it.
Yeah.
Hard Rock is an option, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's in the works, right? It only would make
Yeah.
sense because you gotta fill. How much? What's the capacity of Hard Rock?
Like
65,
60 something thousand. Yeah.
right? You have 18,000, 19,000,
Of
19,100
course.
at DraftKings Stadium, right?
Yeah. And people
Legal.
are saying, I've heard some people say that Jorge
Let me
Mas
plug. Let
doesn't.
me plug. Let me plug.
Go
Let me
ahead. Go
plug
ahead.
here.
Go ahead.
The computer's telling me plug in, plug in.
Dale, dale, dale. So for people listening, I'll repeat it again for Xavi. But a lot of people have been saying
What are they telling you?
that Jorge Mas does not want to give any sort of cuts to to Stephen Ross, owner of the Dolphins, to play in that stadium, right? He doesn't want to help him out in any way, but that's when it comes to business, bro. You do what you got to do. You know what I mean? You put personal vendettas aside or whatever, because I guess they don't really have a great relationship with each other. But you put all that shit aside. Would you rather have 100% of a tiny pie or 50% of a humongous pie? You know what I mean? So I think playing at Hard Rock, it's pretty much. I feel like it's inevitable. If they don't play at Hard Rock, I think that's a mistake.
It's going to happen. These guys are not billionaires for nothing.
Yeah,
When they see money, when they can make even more money, they're going to make it happen.
exactly.
They're going to make it
And they'll
happen.
sell
And
out Hard Rock every
no,
game.
oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And
Hmm.
then I've said that the atmosphere, like I drive pink because I always go
Hmm.
early and I walk around it. And I said, man, I wish this was like a football atmosphere. 2, 3 hours before, everybody's out there with the music and the
Yeah.
atmosphere jamming. And it's not there yet. And it
Hmm.
might be there now
Oh, for
if
sure.
they move it to Hard Rock, and then maybe you're in that environment and
Hmm.
it comes back to your mind. If you've ever been to the Dolphin games, you're like, oh shit, let's take the grill, let's do the thing, let's get there a little earlier, let's
Yeah.
and maybe that'll build.
Hey, for your sake, I hope they do, because first, that'll be a closer drive for you. Second of all,
Absolutely, I'm right
the
here.
the press box at Hard Rock Stadium is
It's
hands.
humongous.
It's very big,
It's
so
humongous.
they
I
won't
went
be
I
they won't
went
be able
for
to
the
kick you out.
Honduras. It was Honduras game, right? Or Guatemala. It was Guatemala they played. I think it was Guatemala. They played Guatemala. They beat them 4-0, and Messi scored like 2 goals. He's
Uh,
walking and just chilling, and then out of nowhere, pa pa pa. It's like, damn, this. It's amazing, dude.
yeah.
Everybody everybody was cheering, and this is what I think. Can you imagine this? I was at that. It was Guatemala. I'm pretty sure it was Guatemala, and
Hmm.
everybody, even people from Guatemala, wearing the Argentina jerseys, and
Yeah.
even the ones that wearing the Guatemala jerseys are Messi, Messi.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play Orlando City in Orlando,
Hmm.
and this is just hypothetical. Inter
Yeah.
Miami's up 4-1, and all 3 Messi goals. Suarez
Hmm.
scored the other one, and people are clapping Messi, even in purple. Messi, could it happen? Could it happen?
Maybe, because there's a lot of Hispanic people here in Orlando, but there's also a lot of non-Hispanic people that maybe will not
It's a
be
big
rooting for
mix. It's a
Messi.
big mix. It's a
Yeah.
big mix. Yeah, well, we don't care. We just want to beat you guys.
What do you mean, you guys, bro? What do you
You're
mean,
from
you guys?
Orlando, bro. You're from Orlando. You're the correspondent for Orlando, dude. I already got you. I know you got property. We stated that
Come
you
on,
got
that's it.
property, but
Exactly,
I don't
exactly.
know.
Come on, come on.
All right, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
I'm non-partial.
Yeah, just like me. Just like me.
Exactly.
Just like me. Messi, Messi, Messi.
Oh man. All right, bro. Final thoughts, so we can keep this under an hour.
Perfect. The universe has spoken.
Yes,
Lionel Messi will be a heron.
that's right.
Inter Miami has just landed the largest, the biggest
Mhm.
sporting figure in the history of this country,
Yes.
because no one in this country has ever been as worldwide, or who knows if they ever will
Not
be.
even Pitbull.
Not
Not
even
even Pitbull.
not even made it worldwide.
Not even Mr.
Not
Worldwide
even
is as
not
worldwide
Michael
as Messi.
Jordan, not LeBron James, not
Yeah.
no one. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi
Mhm.
is the man, and he is gonna be here. He's gonna be part of this team, and hopefully, it's the beginning of the greatest turn the league upside down.
Mhm.
Get some respect to this league. Get some respect to this team.
Yeah, man.
Get this team
You know
finally
what?
heading in the right direction.
I really hope that this brings money not just to Inter Miami and to Miami, but to the whole league. That just brings an influx of money to the entire league, so that they can sign, young great players. You know what I mean? So that
Yeah,
a Jude Bellingham can, instead of going to Real Madrid, maybe he'll go to fucking LA Galaxy or some shit like that.
it's
Or
gonna no, it's gonna open the doors.
yeah.
People are gonna follow. If you
Mhm.
build it, they will come. People are gonna follow here. A lot of it's gonna change,
Mhm.
and it's for the best. I mean, there's enough talent in the world, right? There's enough. There's great. So we're
Yeah.
gonna get even better talent coming in, and the level's gonna pick up. And I believe the big. It's football, basketball, and baseball. Supposedly, like the big three.
Yeah,
Um,
and hockey, the big four. It's a big four.
yeah, you know what? I think it's gonna be football, basketball, and football
Yeah,
at some point.
yeah,
It's if it's not there yet. Baseball's making a little bit of a revival, but in the end, to say all this, this is
mhm,
huge. What
yeah,
just happened, people thought it was impossible.
hmm,
Impossible is nothing, right? But that's Nike. He follows Adidas, so he's with Adidas.
yeah,
I can't wait. Can't wait to be close to greatness. Can't wait to see greatness. Can't
mhm,
wait to ask questions to greatness. Hopefully he speaks, because he's kind of quiet and stuff. But
yeah,
I'm hyped up. This is the great. This is great. It's just everything's aligned. Everything's aligned for moving forward to be an awesome experience down here, man.
yeah,
We have
man,
to enjoy it. We have to enjoy it.
definitely. All right, Xavi, thanks for coming on tonight, bro.
Thank you,
We'll
brother.
see you. We'll see you at the next Inter Miami game. Make sure everybody, if you follow Inter Miami, follow XG Lavos on Twitter and on Instagram.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes,
there you
sir. I use
go.
mostly the Twitter, but I'm
Mostly
gonna start. I'm
Twitter.
gonna start. I'm gonna start getting some
Yeah,
video and more stuff going on Instagram on the Insta.
sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, man. Xavi, he's one of the top Inter Miami reporters out there, man. We're lucky to have you. So make sure you give him a follow for everything Inter Miami, Messi related, all that stuff. He's gonna be on top of it.
For sure.
And stay tuned for his recap on the next game. All right, guys. So
Peace.
we will see you next week. Thanks for joining us. If you missed the show, you will restream it again tomorrow morning on our YouTube page, on our Twitch page, and on LinkedIn. So make sure you're following us on all those platforms. All right, guys. Have a great night.
Peace.